If I can find my pen, hang on a second. Okay, I have pen at the ready. Okay, for everybody who's here then, a very big welcome to this second and final company Q&A. This will be the last one we will do on a Thursday. After this, okay, the company presentation that we do on a Tuesday night, there will be Q&A session after the company presentation. We feel that a lot of the questions that are coming up now can be answered when we do the presentation. So that's the format we want to do. And also to give you guys a bit more time freedom so that you don't have to feel obliged to come on these webinars. So the format today is very simple. You can either go to the Q&A and ask a question in there and it will either get answered or it will be brought up to the panel. If you want to come on the panel, please, you have to ask a question, okay? And the important thing is to remember, 3 minutes, that's all it is. We want to get through as many people as possible tonight. And we also want to only have it on for 1 hour, okay? So once that hour's up, that's it, done, okay? And you can then go back and watch this on YouTube, the same as the other one will be as well. So let's keep our questions on topic. No support questions, okay? This has to be decided with support, and know when is launch and when is soft launch, okay? Let's keep everything on topic for what the majority of people want to know, okay? Susie McRae.
Hey, Red, can you hear me?
Yeah, you're good to go. So I've just done a little intro for what the format's going to be on here, and we're only going to be going for 60 minutes, 1 hour, okay? Remember, guys, if you get invited into the panel to ask your question, please raise your hand once more, okay, so that we can then identify you, and I will put you in a running order so that we don't get lost. Okay, Susie, over to you.
Over to me. Well, thank you. Hi, everybody. It's Susie McRae. This is the public Q&A that we're holding today. So it's really important that if you have questions, okay, so Red, you want the questions in the Q&A, correct? I just want to make sure in the Q&A.
No, people can either raise their hand and I'll invite them in, or they can write it in the Q&A. Either.
Okay, thank you.
Or either.
Either or either. Hello, everyone. Somebody wants, okay, they're asking some questions in here. We'll get through those. Hi, Dinah Maddie is saying hi to me. Hello. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, Bassam. We're going to get started in about 6 minutes. This is going to go for an hour. It's a Q&A. So this is your opportunity to ask questions. You can either raise your hand like Red said, and they'll pull you into the panel and you can ask your question. Or if you'd like, you can go down to the Q&A down on your screen and type in a question, and we'll do our best to get those asked and answered for you. Dinah saying hi to Red. Roy Willis is saying hello to everyone from the UK. Hello. Alexander's here from New Hampshire. It says Hugh Hampshire, but I know you meant New Hampshire, which is north of me in Massachusetts. So hello. Frank is saying hello from Germany. How are you? Aaron Frost is saying greetings to the O fam. Hilda is saying from Germany, saying hi Red, hi Susie. Andy Burks, hi Red, can you let me in please? Andy Burks would like to come in. John is saying hi to us. Hello, John. Roy McPhail. Roy is always here. Thank you. We're going to keep it going. Thank you. Hi, Jason. How are you? Chris Johnson from Michigan. He's welcoming all the new and upcoming founders. And he says, it's coming. ONPASSIVE is coming. So this is a public Q&A, which means there's people here that are already founders with ONPASSIVE, or people who have looked at ONPASSIVE, and they may have some questions that they want answered. There's going to be different people on the panel that are going to be here to help answer your questions. Plus, this is being recorded, so you know, you can always, we'll be sharing this with others as well to get your important questions answered. Jeremiah, hello. Stefan is saying hello from Canada. Judy Oliver, how are you, Judy? How is the weather in Sarasota, Florida? I just spoke to my friend Fran down there. I'm sure it's beautiful. I know I always like talking about the weather. It's in the 70s here in Massachusetts today, but that's New England. New England, the upper right-hand corner of the United States, we call it New England. For those of you joining from other countries, it's a combination of states called New England. And when you live in New England, like many places across the globe, you could be in flip-flops one day and then in your snow boots the next day. And that's what always keeps us going. Okay, we have the Godfather in the house, Mr. Arthur Gully himself. And he's saying hello to everyone. He is the Godfather, and he is an excellent mentor of people in ONPASSIVE. And he's here from Louisville, Kentucky, and he's saying, let's rock and roll. You got that right. ONPASSIVE is coming, and now is the time to ask your questions. Cruz, hello, Cruz is saying hello. I hope everyone's having a wonderful day. You see, if you're part of being a founder and you're part of the community of founders, you'll see everybody is, everyone's happy, in a great mood. We all support each other. We're all here to help each other. This isn't your typical business at all. This business is all of us working together, whether you're members of one person's team or the other, doesn't matter here. Larry Friend is saying hello from Missouri. Maji is saying, hi, Susie. I hope I pronounced that correctly. Sherry is saying hello and that everyone's doing an amazing job. Yes, Red Redfern is known as the king of Q&A, and he is just awesome at it. And I know Julie's going to be on today to help us from the Julie and Milo show. She does an excellent job too, sifting through the questions. So we're going to get started in a few minutes. If you want to join us to ask a question, we'll bring you on as a panelist. You've got to go to the function to raise your hand, okay? And then we'll let you in. If you don't want to do that and you have a question, you go down to the Q&A and type in your question, and we'll get your question answered. This is going to go for about an hour. We're going to be mindful of the time. So make sure if you have a question, raise your hand or type it in the Q&A. Don't be shy. We're here to help answer any of your questions. And if you have no questions and you're here just to listen, that's great. Sit back and enjoy this webinar. June is saying hello from Port Neches, Texas, Netchees. I hope I said that correct. Andy Newsom is here from Louisville, another person from Louisville. Do you live next to Arthur Gully? Just wondering. Teresa's here from the UK. Juanita is saying hello to everyone. We have someone here from Vienna, Austria. Oh, Michael, hello, oh, Michael. Urosh is here from Vienna. Hello. Don McIntyre is saying hello from the British Columbia. Frida Bork is in the house from Norton, Virginia. Hello, my friend Frida. Hope you're doing well. So it's 4 o'clock on the nosy Eastern time. I'll see if Red and Marty want to get this going. Looks like we do have some questions in the Q&A. So don't be shy, everyone. Once again, raise your hand. We'll bring you into the panel. If you'd rather remain a little more anonymous, that's okay. Go down to the Q&A, and I see Red, you've got your tea. I've got my tea. My tea, and we're ready to rock and roll this public Q&A. Okay.
Thanks very much, Susie.
You're welcome.
Thank you very, very much. Okay, and welcome all the panelists who are here to help us with the answers to the questions. If a panelist wants to answer the question, just raise your hand as well. So Marty, can you start letting some people in? I've got Josie Dixie, Suzanne, Tusker, Mark Vack, Johnny Doherty, and William. If you can just let those in. Remember, guys, if you come in onto the panels, okay, please re-raise your hands, and then I'll put you into some sort of running order so that we're not talking all over the place. That would be fantabby-dozy. We've also got Julie here as well, Julie Nagayan, who is going to fill in for any questions that people are putting into the Q&A section and the chat area, and that'll be amazing. So she's going to start getting through that. Any panelists as well that want to get answer any of the questions in the Q&A, please go ahead and answer them as well whilst we're there. Okay, fantastic. So we'll open it up, and the running order so far, we'll just do open up for William DeLorme, please. William, what's your question?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can.
Yes, I want to know a little more about OPAL, what it would do for your business and everyday endeavor with OPAL, please.
Okay, anybody off the panel want to answer that? Okay, right, William, I'll answer that then. As far as OPAL is concerned, the only information that we do have about OPAL is what is available on the onpassive.com website. So if you just go over to there and you click on OPAL, and if you go scroll all the way down to the bottom, it'll come up with some FAQs. You can expand those, not just what you see on that front page. If you select more, it comes up with a lot more questions and answers about OPAL. So if anybody has got any questions about any of the products that we have at the moment, just go over to onpassive.com, select your product, and then just go to the information at the bottom, and you can expand that. And there's a lot more there as well. Okay, William, thank you very much. Julie, over to you, please. Have you got a question?
We can't hear you, Julie. See, maybe it's your mic. If not, if you want, Red, I can take over until her mic is fixed.
Yeah, go for it. If you've got a question there for the panel, just say who it's from, and then we will answer it.
It's from George Holdsworth. Red, some LC members state that ONPASSIVE owns their one building in India. It was my understanding that Ash leased for 9 years the Hyderabad building. Could you please, I think he says, update for all time which it is? Thank you. So wanting to know, does Ash own the building in Hyderabad? He's heard it was leased for 9 years.
Okay, anybody off the panel want to answer this? Raise your hand. Once you've said your question, guys, can you make sure you're muted? Andy Burks, open up.
Hi guys. Yes, you're right. At the end of the day, it is a 9-year lease. It is far easier to lease an office than actually purchase one, based on the fact that we don't know how large ONPASSIVE is actually going to get, and we could well grow out of that within a very short space of time. So the perfect business setup would be to lease it, and the maximum time we can lease that for is 9 years. So that's what they've done. Rather than actually purchase brick and mortar, there is no necessity to do that at this stage. It's an additional expense that isn't required.
Thanks very much, Andy. That's absolutely amazing. Remember, guys, if you're not speaking, please mute your microphones. Okay. William, if you can do yours as well. Everybody who's on the panel, just mute your microphone so we don't get any feedback. That'll be fantastic. Remember, if you have a question,
yes,
you're
we
good
can
to
hear
go
you
now.
now.
Good to go.
Yeah.
Cool. The people who have come onto the panel, please, to ask a question, can you re-raise your hands so that I can put you in some sort of order? But even though you haven't got a hand raised, Susan, can you unmute yourself and give us your question, please? Hello, Susan. Okay, then whilst we're waiting, back over to Julie, please, for Q&A question.
Thank you, Red. I have two questions. The first one is just yes or no, and then the seconds follow. The first one from 1924, please put your name there. His question is, can my wife register my newborn baby? And the second question is, how will I able to load our O-wallet when it is time? I may need to put 20,000 to help my team. I want to make sure no one left behind. And that question is coming from John.
Okay, Marina Fadit wants to take this. Open your mic.
Great, thank you. Hello, Africa. Hello, world. This is great. Yes, you can register your unborn baby. You can register your babies, your children. When you sign up and register as a founder and pay, you will get to sign your NDA, and at the bottom there are two tick boxes. The one says that you understand the content of the NDA, and the second one says that I am the manager of this account. Remember that this is transferable, it's willable. So at any time you can transfer the account over when they are of age. So yes, you can, and you just manage it, and you would do the wallet and the KYC in your name until such time as it needs to be transferred. That was the first question, and I forgot the other one.
Anybody want to take the information about funding the wallet and when we can do it?
Yes, sorry, I was going to do that as well. At the moment, we don't have wallets. Once we go into our launch, we will get told when to do and what to do, and at that point we will all get instructions. So right now you don't have to fund your wallet, you don't have to worry. As long as you're a founder, you're in, and you will get updates as to what we're going to do. There will probably also be a tutorial video that you can watch with steps of exactly what to do and how to fund that wallet. Or you don't have to fund it, you actually just need to register for it.
Correct. Okay, thanks very much, Marina. That's excellent. Johnny Doughty, please unmute yourself and give us your question. Hello, Johnny, unmute yourself. Okay, we'll come back to you. Julie, another question, please.
This is from Tini. It's regarding pending founders. I have 11 pending founders. 8 of them are from 2019. How do I go about activating them? And what is the procedure if any of my team member wants to purchase one?
Anybody off the panel want to go for this? Okay, I'll take this then, seeing as nobody else wants to. As far as pending founders are concerned, Ash did mention last week that it is possible. But this stage, it is not possible at the moment. Okay, it is for the pending founders. It might be opened very shortly to people to be able to do this. The only way possible at the moment is in exceptional circumstances. So right at this moment in time, unfortunately, this option is not available to everybody. Okay, so next up then, please, we have got Jerry. Can you unmute yourself? And then after that, we got Chris Johnson.
Hello, can you hear me?
We can, Jerry, yeah.
Yeah, you can hear me?
We can, yeah.
Okay, well, good. I got two questions. One is a thought and one is a question. How wonderful it would be if 500,000 people could just start using OMail. What would it do? What interest would it stir up? What eyeballs would it get? And have you got any news about when that could happen?
Anybody want to answer that off the panel?
Okay.
I can talk about that
Turn
one.
it back off. I'll listen.
Go on then, Dr. Bill, please, yeah.
Yeah, Jerry, I was talking to Ash last night, and he was bubbling over about how cool OMail is. He was saying it's revolutionary. Things like you'll be able to edit your email after it's already been sent. I mean, things that people don't even know about. And he did say that it's almost finished. I don't know if he used the word finished, but it's very close. So it'll be one of those that we bring out relatively soon.
Fantastic, Dr. Bill. Jerry, your second question?
That was the second question. The first was just.
Oh, okay. The first one was the hypothetical. Okay, cool. Thanks very much, Jerry, for coming on and asking your question. Next up then, we got Chris Johnson.
Hello, everybody. Red or the panel, I'd like to ask a question. Can you tell me what the $97 founder position is all about?
Don't understand what you mean.
What is the $97 for the founder position? What does that go to?
Oh, okay, cool. Andy Burks has got his hand up. Take it away.
Well, at the moment, the $97 is not being used. It will be used. My understanding is it will be used for the advertising for us founders at some point in the future. So, in effect, you've got a payment to join an operation, an opportunity. At the end of the 12 months, once we launch, that cost will go up to $997. So we understand. But the $97 is not being used at the moment, but it will be used for advertising for us founders.
Yeah, that's my understanding as well, unless anybody else on the panel knows any more.
Yeah, no, I just wanted to add the $97 for those of you who are guests or new founders. That is to secure your position in this large corporation. You know, we are a global IT company. And just, you know, an idea just to think of what can you compare it to would be the likes of Google or Microsoft. And you are getting a founding member position, you're securing it in. And once we launch, we're all going to be placed on a unique pay plan. And because you purchased that position now or whenever you did, that is going to secure your position. There's also benefits to being a founder. So even though Ash is not using the money now, he said he could refund every single person, all 500,000 of us, and still go to launch without a problem. So, you know, it is debt free. And that founding member position is really a giveaway. So if you can afford to buy more positions, that's why we always encourage people. If you can, you know, make sure your whole family's in. Dr. Bill Williams always speaks about the family dynasty. And your friends, make sure your friends and your family and colleagues are with you, people that you are connected to every day. Secure them in with that $97 founding member position. And that's just going to sit there until we go into our official launch, and it will be used for advertising, as Andy rightfully said.
Thanks very much, Marina. That's fantastic. Julie, over to you, please.
Yes, I have a question from Robert Hurst. I recently lost my brother last month, who was also a founder. and my other brother and I are wanting to take his accounts and transfer them into his children. Do we need to just contact support since we don't have his password, or do we need a death certificate?
Anybody off the panel want to answer this one? Marina?
Sorry, it feels like I'm playing bingo, yeah, or something. Yes, I've dealt with that already. That's why I'm answering it, is you would need to supply a death certificate and proof that you are the beneficiary or what you're going to do, that the children. So you obviously, ideally, your brother has a will in place, but right now, because we haven't launched, I think they'll be a lot more lenient. But I do encourage everybody to have a living will. Let people know that you've got this position, and you know, in the event of anything happening, let them know this is your email, this is your password, and it would be a lot easier to gain access. But in your case, for the children, you're handling your brother's estate or and wanting to transfer that, please send it to. Please send it to support.
Okay, guys, if you're not speaking, please mute your microphone, please. Otherwise, it's going to get very, very messy. Carry on, Marina.
No problem. Yes, so you would need to send a death certificate and then obviously the new email for the account that it's being transferred to. Understand that if you've got a few children but there's one account, it can only go to one email. So maybe you want to create an email that all the children will have access to when it comes to logging into the back office. So yes, you would have to decide on that, but the support will definitely need the death certificate and then ideally proof of beneficiary. Thank you.
Fantastic, Marina. Okay, guys, the new people who have come onto the panel to ask a question, can I ask you to raise your hands once again so that I can put you into a bit of a running order? Can I also ask you, please, guys, to mute your microphones when you are not speaking? Okay, so who have we got in here then? Let's have a look. Mahmoud Kanevi. Can you unmute yourself and give us your question? Mahmoud, unmute yourself, give us your question, please. Okay, one more from Julie then, and we'll go back to Chris Johnson since he's got his hand up.
How does the housewife take advantage of the tools and have no projects? Probably how does the housewife take advantage of ONPASSIve products and she has no other businesses?
Okay. Anybody want to take this? Susie McRae, fantastic.
When I was in kindergarten, they asked what I wanted to be when I grew up, and I said a housewife.
Wrong
I don't
answer.
know where that came from. So when I hear the word housewife, it makes me chuckle. It doesn't matter in ONPASSIve if you have a project or not, if you have a business or not. But I would have to say that most people around the globe do have email. They do go on the internet. They do communicate with family and friends. They do partake in social media. So regardless of if you have a project or not, it doesn't matter to become a founder in this business. It's your choice to use the products if you want to, but you don't have to. And there is a wonderful product that will be part of ONPASSIve called Oh Bless, where you'll be able to bless other people or help other people with different charities or different fundraisers. So my answer to that is, I think once you jump on board, you are going to, as a housewife per se, find lots of different ways to do different things that will help other people around you and across the globe. So I hope that answers your question.
Yeah, fantastic. Marty, we got 5 people on the attendees with hands up. You just let them in. When you come in, raise your hand so I can bring you into some sort of order. Next up then, Chris Johnson, please, your other question.
Sorry, Red. I have lots of.
It's all right, no worries, dude.
I want to get every people on here. My question is, I was listening to Marina talk. Now, if I wanted to get a few more extra positions for myself, can I use my same email?
Anybody want to have this? Milo, go for it.
No, with each position, you have to use a different email. It has to be a unique email. You can sign up as many times as you want to, but it has to be a different email. It can be the same name, but a different unique email for each account.
Thanks very much, Milo, and I hope that answers your question, Chris Johnson. Okay, somebody who's on here, Joseph G, can you give us your question, please?
Yes, I would like to know if I have a prospect that I showed the program to, or one of the many videos that were done, and they wanted to try the product. Is it okay to refer them to ONPASSIVE where they can look at the products that are available?
Anybody want to go for this one from the panel?
Yeah, I'll take that one, Red.
Go for it.
Yeah, so yeah, that's an excellent place to refer people to go with regards to the products. That's exactly what I do. When I'm getting questions about the products and so on, that's the #1 place I send them. Go to onpassive.com and they can get all the information. There's FAQ on the products and all that. And if they click the read more below the FAQ, page opens up, give even more. So definitely that's the place to send them, Joseph.
Thanks very much, Michael. Thank you very much, Joseph. Okay, somebody who's on the panel has got his microphone open, or they've got the microphone open. Bondalapati, please, if you can give us your question. I hope I said that right. Bondalapati, Pillay, give us your question. Okay, back. Marina Favit has got her hand up. Marina?
Yeah, I just wanted to mention, I don't think many, well, I'm speaking for myself, not too many founders know that if you go into your registration link number 48, it actually takes you to the onpassive.com website. So normally we tell them in our presentations, go and visit the website and what have you, and that's where they might, register and find themselves under OP admin. But if you send them as a registration link with some information about the company, the registration link number 48 has the onpassive.com website, and when they click on become a founder, it will be under you. So your name, it will say you're invited by Marina Favit, the same spiel that you would get if it was anyone else, and make sure that this is the person that referred you. So I encourage people, if you're not sending out the Academy link, with a bit of information, but you're wanting to send them more than just sign up here, the link number 48 is great that way, because they get to see the whole website and all the tools and read up about AI and the company, and then can make an informed decision and register under you. Thanks.
Marina, that was an absolute top tip for everybody here. That's a great tip. Okay, so we're going to go to Julie, but after that, we're going to go to Olafemi and then Willow Griffiths.
Thank you, Red. Before I read the next questions, I'd like to remind everyone, other founders, you get access to julieandmilo.com. There's a video of Michael Williams answer a lot of your questions that you have here. So I'd like you to just jot down julieandmilo.com, the very first video that we had done with Michael Williams yesterday. So I won't be answering those questions that we had them cover yesterday. I'll refer them back to that video. So the question here is regarding to traffic package and 3-cycle. Are we still supposed to have an additional traffic package in addition to the monthly fee? If so, this means that the ones who will buy that additional traffic package will get more traffic and then more customer eventually. The second part of the question is, how will the 3-cycle work in that case? meaning a cycle will be closed when all of the founders will have 3 customers, but with the additional traffic package, some founders will get new customer fast. So how will that cycle be closed?
Okay, Andy Burks, you've got your hand up. Go for it.
Julie, it's a good question. At the end of the day, the cycle system that Ash wants to implement is from what we can gather, it'll be the normal package will be that it adds 3 founders in every cycle. As far as the ad pack is concerned, we don't know what the exact cost is likely to be at the moment, but Ash did explain that it was likely to multiply that by 10 times. So if I'm getting 3 new founders in my group and I pay for an ad package, I might advertising size will multiply by 10. So I could get 30 direct in mine in that same cycle, I suppose, that the normal founders will get 3. We don't know at this point exactly what the that ad pack is going to be. Does that cover it?
Yeah, just about. The only thing I will add to that, Andy, is it does stand to reason that if you are paying extra money for extra traffic, you should get extra people coming into your team. Otherwise, there'd be no point in doing it whatsoever. As far as how the cycles work, I'm sure that the extra traffic will be on top of what the normal cycle would be. Okay, thanks very much.
Michael, if I can just add something to that, Red.
Yeah, go for it, Michael.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I just keep putting up my hands instead of pressing the button.
No, don't worry.
I'm sorry.
Just keep coming in. That's fine.
Yeah, no. With regards to that, there is no cycle per se, right? I just want that there's clarity. There is no cycle, meaning there's a guaranteed cycle, or you purchase the product package and then in a given month you're guaranteed to get 3 signups or customers or any of that. There is no guarantee, right? You're going to get traffic, and the traffic could convert in many ways. You may get traffic, and that traffic may give you 10 customers in 1 month. It may give you 20 customers in 1 month. It may give you 3, right? So there's no guaranteed as far as the number goes. What you're getting is traffic, but it's targeted traffic. So we know that it will convert because of that. Okay, so just so that folks are mindful and not to focus on a particular number, especially the number 3. Okay, the only thing that the number 3 is applicable to is that once anyone has 3 customers, then they're actually in profit. Okay, that's where the number 3 comes from. Okay, once you have 3, but it doesn't mean that you stop at 3. You can have 3, then 5, then 10, then 20. It's going to keep on going. The company will continue to get you customers as long as traffic is being driven to your site. Okay.
Thanks very much, Marty.
Yeah. On Tuesday. I'm just nodding my head. I agree with Michael. I couldn't add anything. I can't add anything to that. Yeah.
Okay, that's fantastic. I hope that's answered all your questions. Okay, over to the panelists now. We got Olufemi and then Willow Griffiths, and after that, Alan G. Open your mic, please, Olufemi. I hope I said that right.
Yeah, Olufemi Guy, that's the name.
Wow, get in there. Fantastic.
Yes. Good afternoon, panelists. I want to ask the question because somebody talked about a bereaved family member who wants to change the account. This is because we are still in the pre-launch time, but after launch, we were told there's going to be a facial recognition mechanism. In a situation like that, how can somebody change an account? For instance, I have 3 kids. I'm going to be managing the accounts of the 3 kids, including my wife. And I want to manage my 3 kids. My wife is going to manage our own accounts. I'm going to have a facial recognition mechanism for my 3 kids. And what if something happens? How do these children be able to take over this account with this facial recognition process in place? Thank you.
It's a good question. Anybody from the panel want to answer that, except for Andy Burks, because you're just talking too much? Come on, somebody else off the panel.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, Charles, get in.
Okay, Mr. Guy. So you have your face. Remember, the facial recognition is only on the wallet. It's not just to log. You don't need facial recognition to log into your account. That's number one, right? So in your case, you want to manage the account of your 3 kids. They're all going to have your face. Your wife is going to manage the other account. Therefore, that account or that wallet should have her face. Say something happens to you, like you said, and you have a will, like Marina just explained. Okay? So that will, we're going to use that will and get to support that Mr. Olufemi is no more. And the will says this is the beneficiary. Now, that beneficiary, we're going to have to rearrange or remove your face from the wallet and put that beneficiary's face in the wallet. So it's not like once they bind your face to it, that's it. No, it can be unbound and then rebound with the new beneficiary's information, okay? So that shouldn't be a problem.
Yeah, Charles, I'd just like to add to that as well. Don't forget the facial recognition for these KYCs on the accounts is only one part of what is needed to verify yourself. Obviously, it depends on country to what is accepted for the verification processes. For instance, in the UK, passports, driving license, bank statements, official documents are all accepted as part of your KYC, along with the facial recognition. And it will vary from country to country, notaries, etc., etc. So people are getting hung up on, oh my God, I need facial recognition to verify my account. This is not true. There is other methods to verify your account outside it. So as Charles said, that you can access the accounts without facial recognition and you can get them changed if and when. Anybody else from the panel? Okay, cool. We'll move on then. The running order that we have now, so people know, is Willow Griffith, Alan G, Robin Noble, Tabitha, and Peter Rogers. So Willow will take one from you, and then after that, one from Julie. Open your mic, please, Willow.
Okay, fine. Can you hear me?
We can, love.
Okay, darling. I want to ask 2 questions, if I can, from my team. One is they were asking about their emails, whether they, when they create them in Gmail, when we launch or go into soft launch and we want to change our emails, can we take the email that we create in Gmail over to the OMail portion, or do we have to change our name to coincide with the domain names and whatever else? I don't know if I phrased that right, Red. I'm sorry. But a lot of people have their emails, they had them for 20 years, and they're associated with their businesses. And they were, well, I think the main question was, can they transfer those into OMail? And if
anybody
so,
from the panel? Oh, go on, sorry.
Oh, if so, will we need to do that during the soft launch or wait till the full launch?
Somebody from the panel then, come on.
Yeah, I'll
jump in.
I'll give a stab.
Michael, get going. Love it.
Yeah, so you'll not be able to transfer it over to OMail, but you will be able to forward your OMail to your Gmail. Okay. So if they've had their Gmail for 20 years and that's what people know them by, etc., they could still continue to use that. And then when you get your domain all set up with the email addresses there, if you want to use one of those, you can always have it forwarded. So when people send to your OMail, it will just show up in your Gmail account. Okay.
Ah, okay. Thank you. That kind of clears it up for me. I know that sounds frivolous, but with me, I've had mine, for example, I thought, well, will they just let me take what I call it and put it into OMail? I had the same question as my other 2 teammates did. But thank you, Michael. I appreciate it. And Red.
You're so welcome.
Thank you very much.
And also, we'll keep in mind for everybody, your login's the same now, and it'll be the same when you log in to ONPASSIVE.com. So that you're keeping that part of it anyway, from what I understand. So.
Oh, I see. Thank you, Marty, darling.
Hey, Red.
Fantastic. Okay, one from Julie.
Red.
Did Milo want us to say something?
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
that
Milo.
I think that works the other way too, because if a person's wanting to keep their email as Gmail, they could have it sent to Gmail, but then forward it to OMail instead of the other way. So it works either way.
Fantastic, Milo. Thanks very much. Julie?
Yes, thank you, Red. I do see that we have a lot of suggestions and questions to the Leadership Council. The way how you send questions to the Leadership Council is to log back into your back office on the Leadership Council tab, and on your right-hand side, you see Our Leaders. Tap on that, and then you see the Leadership Council email. And I suggest that if you send an email to the Leadership Council, just put on the subject line saying suggestions to Leadership Council. So we know that is suggestions. We're going to put it all together and we will address it in the Leadership Council meeting. And then the next questions is basically someone is typing live right now. I'm going to skip that. Go to another person, Red.
Okay, Alan G, open up your mic, please.
Do you want me to read? Sorry, the signals kind of go crazy.
Hey, Alan.
Just one thing with this link 48, it's still got the old ONPASSIVE page up. It hasn't got the new link in as yet. So you're sending the link, the old, the link 48. You're sending the old ONPASSIVE link web page, not
We
the new
actually
one.
tested it, Charles. So I don't know if we're on the right one. I'll have to check and get back to you, Alan.
It's Alan. I can tell you, you are correct. It is the old one that is there. In the near future, we will have the revised site. We'll have that one. Okay, in the very near future.
Okay, thanks very much for that. Okay, let's go back to the running order then, so we know where we're at. We've got Robin Nobles, who's going to be next then, Tabitha. After that, we've got, I'm going to go for Abdullah Munim after that, and after that, Asia. So, Robin, unmute yourself, please.
Hello, everyone. I have
Hey.
a position as a founder, and I'm sure many of the other founders all have their one position. However, we're hearing a lot about people getting additional positions. Can somebody please explain the benefit to having more than one position? Thank you.
Anybody from the panel? Milo and Greg. So Milo first, then Greg.
I think, you know, one position is good, but if you get two, hey, it's better. I got different positions to help different people. I come to, you know, my heart and my mind and whatever I want to help people. If I wanted to help homeless people, I bought a position for homeless. I'll be able to give things out to homeless to help them out. That's me. You know, do you need it? No, you don't need it, but it's just it's something you can do.
Thanks very much, Greg.
Yes, thank you. As always explained, one position is enough to make decent amount of income here with this opportunity. But, you know, without any thinking of greed, we have a lot of projects in our mind. And if you think one position can make you this much amount of income, then opening 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 and then can benefit you, kind of using our oblast to help out a lot of people there. When you start doing this, like Ash said, what was your project? What was your plan? If you have enough amount of money during the activation, yes, you can allow yourself buying positions now and then activate when we go to hard launch. But buying additional positions always gives you extra source of income. to my understanding. But this, we are not talking about the grid. There are a lot of people buying 10, 20, or 30, or 100 positions. They have some project in their mind, and they want to reach out to people and help after opening our opportunity. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Greg. Milo, do you want to jump back in?
Right. The other thing that I'd like to say is that the founders positions are only available up until, you know, the launch. After that, you can't buy any more. So it's kind of like land. If you bought land years ago, you still have land, but they don't make any more land. They're not making no more founder positions. So if you have them, I think it's a good thing.
Yeah. Anybody else from the panel want to jump in?
Yeah, and just to chime in there, Red. Also keep in mind that we're all from, you know, different backgrounds, different walks of life, etc. We all have different income goals. So for some people, one account is enough. For others, depending on what their goal may be, family situation, needs, whatever the case may be, you know, for others, hey, they may need 10 accounts to accomplish their goals. Some may need 20, some may need 50. You know, just keep that in mind. So it all comes down to you as an individual. You have to determine what's best for you and your family, and then you just go for it and make it happen.
Correct. Yeah. One thing to remember, guys, is whatever positions that you have to be funded the first month. So whether you buy 1, 2, 10, doesn't really matter. You just have to make sure that you have the available means to be able to fund it on the first month. Okay, over to you then, Julie, for one question, please.
Yes, this is from Barry. Will there be an FAQ document created to capture all questions being asked in live calls? It would be very helpful for people to get that access to that in the back office.
I don't understand what for the when we launch or what we're doing now.
The questions that being asked here on the calls, will there be an FAQ documented created in the back office?
Okay. As far as this Q&As that are concerned now, the recordings of both this one and the one before, if you look in the description of the video, all of the questions that were asked are in the description underneath, okay? So there's no need to duplicate what's going to be there anyway. If people want to know what questions were appertained to that video, just go in the description. It tells you the person who asked it and the question that was asked. Okay, cool. Running order then. We're going to Tabitha next. Then after that, Abdullah Muniam. I'm going to go for that one. After that, Asia and Leslie. So Tabitha, please.
Hello, everyone.
Hey.
Hello, co-founders. I have 3 questions. Number 1, we have been experiencing payment fail with double charges. So have you thought about any, anything that we can resolve this problem issues?
Anybody from the panel for that first question? Okay, I'll take that then.
Go ahead, Ray.
Normally, who was that, sorry?
No, I said go ahead. I was going to take it, but you go ahead. You
okay. Normally, payment fails is nothing to do with the company. That's the first thing to remember here. It's normally to do with either personal error or the banks itself. A lot of people get very impatient when they are paying. They either expect it to happen don't expect it to happen, and they log in or try again, and it causes double payments. Remember as well, it all depends on internet connection and various other things as well. Okay, so maybe instead of rushing through the payment, to give it enough time for it to actually action, that resolves a lot of it. But the one thing I do know is it's not from ONPASSIVE's end normally. Now, I'm not saying it never is, but generally speaking, it's not. Charles, do you want to add to that?
Yes, I can add to that. So basically, Tabitha, I think that's how you pronounce her name, I hope. Usually when you see that double charge that you see there, that's an application logic within the bank, okay? And it's real time. That doesn't mean that they have taken the money from your account. Yes, it's gonna reduce the amount in your account, but a day, 2, 3 days later, sometimes it'll refund that money. So do not worry about the double charge. Just check back with your bank. Usually they're just gonna charge you once. The application logic is gonna see as long as the money doesn't go to ONPASSIVE, they're gonna credit your account again. And just like Red says, it sometimes could be a network issue. It could be a timing issue. And I said last time, but that problem has been fixed, okay? So usually just do it again. If it keeps happening, clear the cache. It keeps happening, use another device. Just, it's gonna work at some point, but that double charge, the second charge will be refunded by your bank, usually, okay?
Your second question, Tabitha?
Yeah, second question is change of ownership. If I, for example, if I have an account that I want to transfer to someone, or someone decided not want to be a part of ONPASSIVE and they want to give their account away to someone and they're taking over that account, but the email is right now I understand that the email cannot be changed, but what if that email belongs to the current person and the new person is taking over the account and the email cannot be changed? Wouldn't that be security wise, like that any information will be coming to the current person's email? That would not make sense if the new person doesn't, I mean, is not allowed to have his or her new email replaced.
Okay, anybody from the panel?
Chris has his hand raised, and Marina also.
Okay.
Well, Chris, you can go straight after me. I just want to, on that note, remember that our support system is changing. We're going to have live chats as well. We will physically be able to speak to someone in support, and I think it's going to be a lot simpler. They're also going to be able to track the accounts, the support issues a lot quicker than it's happening now. So, you know, these problems that we're experiencing, we are, you know, there's over 500,000 founders or accounts, and we are growing our support team at the same time, and they are going into training and coming up with better and new ways of handling the issues. So, you know, the issues that we were experiencing that was a major problem before is really going to be smooth sailing going forward. And that's going to happen in the next week or two, where that's going to be, you know, you'll be able to pick up the phone and speak to a consultant as well. So, yes, I do understand your frustration. I just wanted to remind people that it's not, trust me, I know, because I had like 250 support issues outstanding, but they are really getting through them now. And, you know, I've got hope. So it's definitely they're getting through them. And also, when you raise a ticket, it's so much better to raise a ticket from your back office, get that support issue. And if that gets closed and it's not, your problem wasn't sorted out, that's when you can contact one of the leadership council members to send an email to a certain dedicated support person that we have, and the problem will get resolved.
Fantastic. Marty DeGarmo.
Yeah, one of the things to keep in mind, and this is for everybody that pass it on to your team or friends or family, there's pros and cons to being in a soft launch in a mega company like this. And the pros are you're in early and you could build a dynasty of some kind, right? That's the beautiful part. The bad part is sometimes there's bumpy roads and things don't quite go, you know, click, 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 and everything's okay. They're working on it, and like Marina said, it'll be top notch when it's ready to the world. They are running through some hiccups, but it's part of the deal. They have closed one office. They've moved most of the support over to the new place, and you've got training, you've got things going on. But like Marina said, it's getting quicker and better and faster. And just keep in mind, share that with people that the benefit of being in a soft launch in a multi-billion-dollar company is there'll be some potholes in the road. It's just part of the deal, part of the journey.
Thanks very much, Marty. Your last question, please, Tabitha.
My last question is, in our back office, the team summary, we only see levels 1 to 15. And so what happens, level 16 below, what are the benefits of level 16 and below?
Anybody from the panel?
I can take that.
Go for it, Charles.
Tabitha, so far we're seeing levels 1 through 15, but 16 upwards is there, okay? Those levels will be opened when it's necessary. Right now, we haven't filled out those levels yet. I believe by the time you fill up level 10, the other ones will open up, okay? So it's infinity. Our income potential is endless. So don't worry, it's there. You just can't see it yet. And there's no need for you to see it at this point, but you will see it when it's necessary, okay?
Okay.
All right.
I don't know about you, but I'll be pretty chuffed by the time I've filled up level 10.
Exactly.
So I'm not really worried about level 15 right at this moment. Okay, fantastic.
Right, thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. One from Julie then, please.
Just a short
Sorry, Red or Marty.
Yeah,
I know Art said earlier that he couldn't raise his hand. The ability is disabled. So if you can call him on just now to ask his question. Thank you.
Yeah, well, you have to go after. He'll be on last then, Artie. Okay, because we are starting to run out of time. So one off, Julie, please.
That's just a short one. How long does it take to activate when payment is made by Cash App? I can answer that. To me personally, sometimes I get 24 hours, sometimes I get 2 days. It's really depend. That's for me.
Okay, thanks very much.
Can I add to that though?
Yep.
It's the founders and your guests, when you get your prospects, the Cash App, there is really no problem with Cash App as far as ONPASSIVE is concerned. It's human error, okay? People don't follow instructions. The last time I paid with Cash App about 2 weeks ago just to test it out, I went to check within 5 hours and the payment had gone through. So basically what is happening is that people need to put in the email address for which that payment is made on the Cash App. On the Cash App, there's a place I think it's like note when you make that payment. And this is only for United States and the UK actually, right? You need to put that email address for which the Cash App is made so that, because somebody has to physically go in there and associate that payment to the account. If that is not there, the money is hanging around somewhere and they just don't know which account it belongs to. And that tracing it back would take a lot of time. So let's just make sure we get it right, okay? And we should be fine. But otherwise,
Fantastic.
Anywhere from 0 to 2 days, something like that.
Fantastic. Okay, next up then, I'm going to go try this one again. Abdulmanem, maybe.
Yes, hello, good afternoon. Yes, thank you, Abdulmanem. Yes, right. Good afternoon, everyone.
Fantastic. I'm very happy.
Yes, good afternoon, Mr. Red. I have.
Hey, how you doing? I recognise your voice from when I was on with you.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Red. Actually, I have 3 questions.
Okay, go for it.
Yes, the first one, I think the lady who asked before me, the second question about the accounts for other people, may they want to give it to somebody else. I think I understood the answer, but in different way. One of my friends, I have paid for him. He registered. Maybe in the future after launching, maybe he said, I don't want this account. Can I return it back to me? This is the first question. I think I have to contact the support for this issue.
Anybody off the panel?
Not sure I understand his question though. It seems to me that he answered his own question.
Yeah, I think so.
Yes, I think so. there was a replay. The second
Yeah,
question
good.
is this. Yes, the second question. I have some founders registered with me, but I have almost 50 persons whom registered but not paid yet. So in the future, after launching, after official launching, what's the difference between them and the other people whom not registered yet? They want to register after launching. Is there a difference between them?
I can answer that.
Go for it, Neeraj.
Okay. Right now, we are in the soft launch, and right now, if they have just registered and not paid right now, if they are paying, sorry, if they are paying right now, they will get the registration date. So that is very useful because the joining date plays a very important role in ONPASSIVE. Now, if they do not pay right now and just become customers later on, then they will actually become mere customers, and their joining date would be the date when they actually pay the amount. So that would be the difference. So they won't be founders, they would be customers, and founders have certain privileges which are not available to customers. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
And your last question?
Let me ask my last question is, can I rent my account for somebody or give it for somebody to use it for a certain time to discover what's going on Passive?
Anybody off the panel want to answer that?
That would be an absolute no, because you've signed an NDA, my friend, and that person has not signed an NDA. So once you give them access to the back office, now they get access to proprietary information they're not supposed to have, right? So it will be best if you just let them get their own account for $97. After all, it is refundable, isn't it? Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, thank you very much for your questions. Let's go back to the running order so people know where they are. Okay, next up is Asia, then Leslie, and we're going to finish off with Kraus because we're running out of time. We'll also have a few from Julie in between all those. So Asia, can you unmute yourself? Give us your question.
Thank you. Good evening, everybody. I'm Asia from Morocco. It's the first time. I'm so happy. You can't imagine. I have two questions. The first one, what's the difference between reseller, customer, after launching?
Okay,
founder.
let's do that one first then.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, anybody over to the open to the panel then? What's the difference between a customer and we've launched? Anybody from the panel?
Yes, I will answer that, Red.
Greg,
Yeah,
go for it. I
after
didn't see your
launching-
hand up. Sorry, my
yeah.
friend.
Yeah, after launching, everyone will become customers anyway, we know that. But reseller, that's an option for you. You can use our product as a customer, but not become reseller. Reseller is giving you advantage, like to participate in a business part. So you can make a commissions, or you can resell products and make a profit from that. But you can stay as a customer as long as you want to use our product and to do whatever you want. But to reseller, that's an option for you. Some people might decide to stay customers, but not resell our product to make a profit from that. But to click that part and to join as a reseller, you can resell our product, introduce to people, and do as a complete business, because ONPASSIVE is business itself. You can use our product for different businesses, but ONPASSIVE is this business itself, and it has a pay structure that can pay you for using our product. But you have to click that part. You have to join that part to make a profit from using our product. You can be user, you can be a reseller. So that's your option. Thank you.
Anybody else from the panel want to add to that?
Yeah, I did.
Go, Dane, go for it.
Yeah, basically, it's just up to you. You know, I agree with what Greg was saying. To be a reseller, that means that you want to earn an income. And basically, as a customer, which we all will be, you'll just be using our fantastic products. And that's basically the gist of it. That's the difference between a reseller and a customer. And I believe that's correct, right, guys?
Can
Yeah, I mean, go. Who's canning?
Me. Can I?
Okay.
Like for example, if ONPASSIVE it's launching, starting, and I'm a founder. I was founder, and now I'm a customer. And can I use my link to bring others customers? That means a reseller.
There will be a
I believe absolutely. Yes. There will be a button for you to select, for you to become a reseller of that link. So absolutely, yes.
Okay, thank you. And
It's
the
all right,
second
Aisha.
question, please?
Yeah, Aisha, just go back to your customer reseller things. All founders, right, will be a customer or reseller. Okay, only customers can become a reseller. Okay, they can't become a founder. Now, the advantages of a customer becoming a reseller is because they can then make commissions from other customers and build a team, the same as founders do. But the majority of people who will be using the products and services of ONPASSIVE are just going to be customers. And the reason they're just going to be customers is because they're already using similar products online already. And our products and services are going to be far superior, better, easier to use. So they're naturally going to migrate to us to use it. And they are only interested in making their lives easier and better. They're not interested in making a residual income from ONPASSIVE. Already, nearly every single product that we use online has a referral part to it, but we don't use it because we are just interested in using the product. So that's the basic difference. What is your second question, Asia?
If I may, Red, just to add one thing on there. Okay, a customer can generate income only to the point of breaking even. Okay, so that's why when we hear a CEO talks about, you know, paying someone to use the products, customers can make up to the break-even point, whereas a reseller can make unlimited income. Okay, that's a massive distinction between the two.
Thank you very much. And my second question, you know, I have some founders recently, and when they go to question and answers, they find the old system. You remember 25, 125, 250, and 500, and why there is no update of questions? Because they make them confusion, and they said that they tell me that everybody told us we have to pay after $250, and now we see 500. What means all this? I ask you why there is no update for this. Thank you, and I want you to give a big kiss to Corinne. Thank you.
Who wants to take this question off the panel? I know the answer, but if somebody else wants it, go for it. Okay, go on then, Greg, you've got your hand up, go for it.
Yes, as Ash explained, we had to start somewhere and to kind of evolve to bigger things. So legally, our legal team advised not to touch anything we started from, because that could be kind of scam likely to change everything there. So this is our responsibility, like a leaders, to explain our teams that we started somewhere, we had something in our mind, but we changed to better. We evolved to something bigger and better. Now we have completely, totally different pay structure. We have completely eliminated packages, and we have only one package. And this has been done, but legally we cannot go and change that because it looked like we kind of lied people to get in, and now we are offering something else. No, this is not the case. We started somewhere. We had to offer something to people, but we evolved. We changed something to better. So now it's our, like I said, our responsibility to explain our team. And if you can contact your leader or sponsor who is active, they should know that we have better things to offer people. And that most of the time we cannot openly show our pay structure now because we are protecting from bad people. We know they exist, and we cannot even talk about our pay structure sometimes, but we know something is bigger happening here. So that's what I know. Yeah.
Thanks so much, Greg.
I'm sorry. Before I know this your answers, and before I to know all this, we explain in this way. We tell this is a story of ONPASSIVE, and everybody. I'm in ONPASSIVE since 2019, but 2021, you have to know what happened before us. But it was my explication, my own explication. But now, thank you because I have a good way. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Go on then, Michael.
And in addition to that, the information will be updated shortly. Okay. Pretty soon you're going to see the updated version. Okay. So that's coming shortly as well.
Yeah, I was just about to say that as well. Thank you very much. Right, we've got two more people left, and then that is it for tonight. So we've got Leslie first, and then Kraus, and then that will be it. Leslie, just open your mic, please.
Don't forget Art, please, Red.
Yeah,
Hello,
but we're already 10 minutes over, Marina.
Hi, everyone. I'm excited to be here. It's my first time. Hello, Mr. Reed. So
hey,
I have two questions. I'm great. Thanks for asking. I have two questions. The first one is, I have a friend who is a prospect, and she owns like a daycare, and she's asking, based on, or you can get as much accounts as you can or you want. And she's asking, can I register my company, like the daycare, or does it just have to be like individual?
Anybody from the panel?
You can register anybody. You can register a business, an individual, it doesn't matter, okay? Yeah, she can register her daycare. The answer is yes.
Awesome, thank you. Then my second question is, I was gonna ask, but based on the discussions, I kind of got some answers, because my original question was, what else do we need to do after the launch? I mean, the main launch, in terms of improving the company, like trying to help the company, trying to help ourselves, improve ourselves, like grow. But then I think I got a few hints on the answer. So I kind of want to rephrase my question now because of the lady that mentioned level 1 to 16, level 15. So after the launch, now my question is, after the launch, is it possible to grow in terms of levels? That's my rephrased question now.
Anybody else on the panel?
Sure. Yeah, your income is unlimited, okay? Unlimited income. There is no amount of levels. It's unlimited, okay? To infinity, okay? That's the possibility. That's the potential, okay?
After launch or before? I'm trying to get that.
After launch, once the company launches, okay, hard launch, your income potential is unlimited. Whatever number you can put inside your brain, it's possible.
Gotcha. Thank you.
Okay, if we're really quick here with Kraus. We'll get Art on, and then we'll finish. Kraus, just open yourself up, please.
Hello. I'm
hey.
I'm a bit confused at the moment because of the $97. Just to clarify, Ash, as far as I understood in the Ash webinar, this is for the first year, and we can get a refund until it starts. And this $97 is for the first year. And then he also said for the second year, he said maybe it's 997 or maybe it's more, it's 10,000, but we don't need to care because it will all be paid from the income and we don't need to be afraid of that. And now I'm hearing that for the second year, it's $997. And I think we should not tell this according to Ash anymore. And
anybody? Okay, yeah. That's your first question. Anybody from the floor?
I got this. Yeah, it is. It's $997, but however, that's optional, and it will be taken out of your commissions earned. So at that time, to remain a founder would be totally optional, and it's not a must. If that's your question.
That's not my question. Ash told us we should not concern how much it is. And he said it could be $997 or it could be $9,999 in the future, or how much the yearly fee will be. But we don't need to care about it because there will be enough income.
No, the correct answer is that it is $997 for the renewal. That amount comes out of your earnings. So that's why you don't need to be concerned about it, because it will come from earnings, not from out of your pocket, but out of earnings. But the figure is $997. Okay?
Yeah. And the next thing is to Charles Ozong. He just said that the company can also join. We got actually told just a person can join because a company cannot register for stocks, like stocks, and we get a passive income, like a stock income. And the company cannot get this. Is this right?
Okay, so I'll just continue.
To be a person that needs to be registered because you get this form that we get this income from, and this cannot be to a company.
Okay, no, I'll continue. So a company can't. If I have a business right now, I can register my business. My business is John Doe Supplies. Okay. I can register John Doe's Supplies as a founding position, okay? What's going to happen is when I get to hard launch and we have to set up our wallet, okay? And we have to do the KYC. So whoever is part of assuming it's a corporation, whoever is the director or if it's a sole proprietor, whoever is the owner of the company, okay, their information is what's gonna go for the KYC. Now, also, you would have to supply the incorporating papers, etc. Whatever documents is needed for that company, you would supply it, and the company can receive income. This is just another source of income that's coming into the company, which will then be taxable to the company. Okay, so you certainly can register a company.
Okay.
Okay, thanks very much, Kraus. We are going to sneak in Art then for the last one before we close it down. Art, open your mic, please. Give us your question.
Thank you, Red. I'll make this real quick. I understand us as founders can market outside business if it's legal, it's legit, if it's approved as a founder. Is that option available to a reseller after hard launch?
Yes.
Anybody from the floor?
Yes. Let me just answer that. Yes, Art is available. I just want to say this though. We as founders, we are resellers, right? So this is the way I explain it to people. Everybody coming to ONPASSIVE is a customer. That's number one. That's the first thing. Everybody. And then we have resellers. We are just founding resellers. Think of it that way because of the timing, right? Because we came in before the company launches. We are called founders, but we are actually founding resellers. So anything that a reseller can do, a founder can do, right? So a founder is also going to be able to pay that same, say around $250 subscription, and that includes some traffic. And so they can use that traffic to market any business as they want, just like us founders. I hope that makes sense.
It does.
Okay.
Thanks very much, Art.
Thanks,
Okay, last word then from Marty DeGarmo to close us out.
Thanks, everyone. This will be uploaded. It's going to go on a page inside of ONPASSIVE or inside of GoFounders for right now called, we're not sure if it's a wiki or table of contents, but it'll be in there, both videos. And you can go in there and click it, and we'll have the questions underneath each video and who asked it and who answered it, and try to make it easy for everyone. So if you want to get really, really good details about all of this, pay $97 and become a founder. That's all I got.
Thanks very much. I'd just like to say thank you to all the panelists.
Yep.
You did a sterling job once again, and for taking your time out to come on here and answer the questions. And for you founders and people as well, thank you for joining us on this Q&A, and I hope it has been informative and enjoyable.
Quick one, Fred.
Yeah, Julie.
As of now, we do know that tomorrow we are going to have a product launch founders only meeting. Please check your back office. It's at noon Eastern time. Thank you.
Thanks, Julie.
Thanks, Julie.
Julie always takes care, doesn't she?
Thank you.
Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, Julie.
Thanks very much, everyone.
Thanks, everyone. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.